Hello everyone. Today I'd like to talk about a little bit on migraine, and I'll connect with the topic that's very dear to me, that I have been practicing and also communicating to my patients and people around me, friends, relatives, everyone pretty much. Okay, so migraine. I have treated a handful of migraine patients, and in my experience, they all have linked with stress level. Okay, and on the previous video, as I have shared, uh, there are five main organs: lung, heart, spleen, uh, kidney, and what am I missing? The liver. Yeah, liver, heart, spleen, lung, kidneys, and there are other organs that correlate to those five pillar organs, which is gallbladder, the small intestine, right, and the stomach, and the large intestine, and bladder. Of course, there's pancreas. However, the stress level is very much tied with the migraine conditions in my experience. Of course, there's other types of migraines that people experience through like triggers, like such as food or environment, or psychological state, or even cycle issues for ladies. This last patient of mine, basically, I have been giving this de-stressing treatment for those five pillar organs, and I applied that same treatment to my current migraine patients. Actually, a couple of them. One was about 22 years old. The other one was about 35-ish. Anyway, both of them immediately responded to the treatment. One patient, she had headache and migraine kind of condition, and one treatment, she described it as very basically mellowed out. Okay, she's very like relaxed, and so she hasn't experienced a headache or migraine type of condition since then. It has been about 2 weeks. The other patient, after after a day of treatment, she had like excruciating actually a level of migraine, and then that was gone. And since then, she didn't have migraine back. So in that case, what I'm thinking is normally when acupuncture treatment is received, and if it's a pretty strong treatment, then patients they might actually experience some soreness of the body, or with that migraine patient, basically that stirring up of her the balance, the chi flow, the force within her body, the organs, right? So it kind of stirred up, so she experienced that stronger than normal, I guess, level of migraine, and then it disappeared. So since then, she was fine. So in my experience, I can say that migraine condition is largely caused by psychosomatic aspect, meaning emotional and psychological stress that's kind of stored within the organs, and organs not being able to perform as it's supposed to perform, and due to that, because of that, there's imbalance between the organs. So voila, there's migraine happening. Anyway, so on that note, let me move on to the topic that is very dear to me. Very briefly, I'm going to just kind of intro, okay? So if I ask you, what is the definition of stress? What would be your answer? Okay, I'm gonna tell my answer a little later, but let me go ahead and let me give you some analogy. Okay, so if there's a factory out there and they're producing goods, manufacturing goods, and all the factories, they have, what do they have? Chimney, right? To let the aftermath gas to come out. Automobile, same thing. There's an exhaust pipe, right? And if you see a kiddo with, there's obviously there's a little hole that basically releases the pressure and the steam, right? So if you look at our body, what do you think that chimney or the little the pressure outing mechanism or the exhaust pipe within our body, what do you think that is? I say that's our mouth, right? Mouth and sometimes nose. So that's my analogy on definition of stress. So I'll have you kind of think about that, and I'm going to cover more on next video, okay? All right, thank you.